Stay tuned and let's build this Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Wave 2 Colossus Build-A-Figure. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Of course, simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we have came to the end of yet another Marvel Legends wave, and this time round it was the Age of Apocalypse Wave 2, which was of course this Colossus Build-A-Figure. Now this alternative version of the X-Men has slowly grew on me over time, and Wave 2 has had some very impressive figures, I will admit. Not my favourite character designs, but I admit they are pretty good for what they are. And I have Wave 1, so undoubtedly I'm going to have a nice Age of Apocalypse corner of my display, and it's really going to pop because some of these designs are really out there. And Colossus here, I've been looking forward to building him because he is going to look nice and chunky, I am thinking, compared to the rest of these figures, especially to go along with like Shadowcat, who we got in this wave. So yes, if you, like me, want to have all these pieces on the table to build Colossus, you will need to buy 6 of the 7 figures in this wave, the ones that include a Build-A-Figure piece. So you do not need Magneto, he has no Build-A-Figure piece, but you do need Rogue, Cyclops, Sabretooth, Shadowcat, Iceman, and Legion. You buy 6 of those 7 figures, then you will have the pieces that I have right now on the table, and you too can build Colossus. So I'm terrible at doing this on camera, but I'll try just for the fun of it. So it should be nice and simple. Arms go in the arm slots. There you go. That was easy. Easy bit. I have not heated this up. I would advise heating this up because I wouldn't want to snap anything. But there's that. Body, hands, and we do get a set of interchangeable fists, which is unusual for a Build-A-Figure, but I'm not mad about it. Legs. Okay. I might need a bit of behind the camera strength, but we can just do it temporarily for now. Okay, 2 legs. Okay, they're not in all the way. I'm definitely going to need some heating up behind the camera strength for them. But you get where we're going here. And then the head goes on there. Yeah, we need some behind the camera strength, but let's do it. Pow, and here we have Colossus all built up, and I would advise heating them up before you start putting the pieces together. But as expected, this guy is very impressive. We knew he would be, and yeah, I am not disappointed. This guy is a beast. Comes with a set of interchangeable hands. There is only accessories, which is fine for a Build-A-Figure. Usually we don't get anything, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, just first impressions, people. This is looking very nice. I can't see any reuse here. It seems all new. And yeah, he's massive as expected. So let me just straighten him up for a second because I want to get the tape measure out, see how he compares, see what size we're looking at. So there he is, all straight. Let me get my tape measure, let's see what we got going on here. So his bandana is literally going off screen at the minute. So him himself comes up to about 8 inches, but the bandana is taking him past 9. And I'll show you that bandana in a minute because that is on a ball peg. So you can sort of manipulate that, twist that, bend that, take it out, move it to the back, etc. So we're looking at about 8 inches tall, which makes him the biggest figure in this wave. Obviously, that's why he's the Build-A-Figure. But while he's standing there, let me just twist that to the side a little bit and move out the way and compare it to an actual comic book image from Age of Apocalypse. And you tell me, how does it compare to the source material? Is it represented in plastic? Well, I think Hasbro have done a great job. This looks really nice. Going to be a nice addition to this Age of Apocalypse display that we're building. I'm sure people are going to be very happy with this guy. He was definitely one of the sought after figures and designs from this storyline that people wanted in figure form. Now he's here. As always, we start up top at the head sculpt, and again, this is really nice. The head seems a little bit small in comparison to the body. However, that is the accurate design we see from Age of Apocalypse, and it makes him that much all of a bigger, brutier character when you sort of look at him. He's just got those big, broad shoulders. But the face sculpt is very nice. Gritted teeth, the black outline, same with the eyes, has that black outline around the whited out eyes. But I really like the sort of creases in the bandana to sort of show his expression behind the mask. He isn't happy, he's very angry. You even see a little bit of an ear poking through on the bandana. The Raphael red bandana would have been better in purple if I'm honest. Spinning around to the back, here is that bandana that has these like, it's on a ball joint and it's basically just the tassels of the bandana, but it is, like as you see, there's a peg there, This is on a ball joint, so you can like manipulate the bandana, twist it, and it adds a little bit of dynamicness to the character when you're posing him up. Do you know, if you pose it where he's all flared out, it looks like he's caught in motion maybe a little bit, like swinging into battle, waving in the wind maybe. Or you can literally just push it down and it can just be normal, dangling down his back, don't see it at all. But as I said, I quite like it when you can sort of twist it and pose it in a bit more dynamic sense. So yeah, the bandana is on a ball joint there at the back of the head, but you can take it off entirely if you want. Now, just checking out the figure overall, you can see he's got this big harness piece on, which does disattach at the bout. As you can see, that sort of circle disc connects into the X of the bout, as you can see there. So the X is red against the yellow of the straps, and then this other harness, this red, is sort of entwined. It's a separate piece, but it is like entangled in with the yellow. Spins all the way around the back, you can see what I mean, and it's just one big shoulder piece, so you can see how separate and loose that is. But of course, if you wanted to just check out the figure, and we will, let me just see that harness has all these indents up here. Again, very stylized, like we see with a lot of these Age of Apocalypse figures. It has like the figures have on their collars. He's got it on his shoulder pad. But if we can take this off, I believe. Let me just unclip it there. So I'm unclipping it, and let me just articulate him so we can take it off. So I'm literally stripping Colossus away. I might have to take the arm off or something. We can figure it out as we go along. I just want to sort of show off the body as we're doing this. So there you go. This is all coming off. There you go. So I've literally completely stripped Colossus. But that's so we can show off this sculpt. Now, I don't think there's any reuse here. I do think this is all new. Let me zoom back in. Let's see what's going on. So he's got all this metal sort of piping effect, all nicely sculpted as well in the chrome. You can still see the sort of abs he's got and his pecs. And there is a nice crunch there as well. Look, he's crunching forward pretty good in regards to articulation. Back not so much, but forward pretty good, and he's very nicely hidden within the actual design of the character. Around, you've got the piping on the side here. Again, on the back, you can see all the sort of muscles that are turned into these metal piping. And yeah, he's really, really nice. These gauntlets, big red gauntlets, has like a elbow pad and then a gauntlet piece on the forearm. That's very nice, all just moulded in one red plastic, I believe. Same on this side, just very symmetrical. You know what you're getting yourself in for there. You've got the red trunks, which breaks up the metal design. Again, that same metallic metal sculpted design on the legs, all the way down to the knee pads, and then the boots that sort of match the style of the forearms, gauntlets, and you can see you've got the straps on there. So no painted detail on these boots or on the forearms, but you can see the nice sculpted work. And again, this all seems new to me. I can't find out where the reuse is. If you know, let me know, but I think this is all new. Spinning him around again. Yeah, this guy's looking big and chunky. So there you go. You can pose him just like this if you wanted to. Just straight up, no harness. I'm a big metal beefy guy. But of course, let's put it all back on. Easy, all goes back on, no problem at all. So while he's here, let's just check out articulation. Arms go up to 90, no problems at all. There is a swivel here at the top of the arm. The elbows are double jointed, but because of his giant gauntlet pieces, you're not getting them past 90, so you're going to get that out of regards for range. There's a hinge on the hands, of course, the hand swivel. Really easy waist, so if anything, he seems a little bit too loose on the waist. Look at that, he's like the Tasmanian devil. So yeah, not a fan of how loose he is at the waist, but at least we can move. Already showed you the ab crunch. It did break up the harness there when you're crunching him forward and not so much back. I'm also noting like a little bit of dirt on mine, literally straight out the box. What's all that about, Hasbro? But yeah, let's put this harness strap back on. So as soon as you start moving him forward a little bit, that may be coming off, but that's fine, that's fine. Anyway, back to the legs. Legs go out pretty good, can't complain with that for a guy made out of metal. Double jointed knees, or maybe single jointed knees. Yeah, they're single jointed knees that are going to go to 90. No way he's kicking his own ass. Swivel, of course, nicely hidden in the sculpt at the bottom of the trunks. That's very nicely done. So no need for the boot swivel, as the legs are too short anyway. It seems like there could be, though, but the shin pads are like attached to the boots. Ankle pivot, of course, and then a rocker as well. So you've got a hinge, ankle pivot, all good stuff. So as you would expect for a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, decent amount of articulation. I've got nothing to complain about. I'll be able to get the range out of him to stand on my shelf, I am sure. But as I said, he's got these hands, which I think we've seen before, maybe with another Colossus figure. Definitely recognise these. So we get two open palm hands, very expressive, but he does have a set of fisted hands, because of course a guy like this needs to be able to punch some bad guys. I should mention as well, the further you articulate his arm up, it means the harness piece is like riding and sort of just sitting above the shoulder and sort of smashing him in the face. So that's a little bit awkward when you're posing the arm up. But again, you just got to be creative with your posing. The harnesses are pretty loose on the body. Look, that just keeps coming apart. But again, if you're someone like me who's just going to have him in one pose on the shelf looking cool and I'm not interested with ACBA, then you're fine. You're absolutely fine. And again, I think this is one of those figures which is going to look impressive no matter what pose you get him in. Again, I like that bandana, the way it's just swaying, looks a little bit more dynamic for a display. And yeah, this guy is looking good. Let's get into some comparisons. First comparison, of course, had to be the Age of Apocalypse Colossus compared to his 616 counterparts. And here we have both versions that I have in my collection currently. This is the Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave, and then this is the 80th Anniversary 2-pack that came with Juggernaut. And for the record, I love both of these equally. They both have a spot in my display. This one, because it's more chrome, the more Classics Mind Eye version of Colossus. And then for some reason, I just really love the design of this guy. I love the darker metals, the sort of gunmetal grey, if you will. And then he's a metal face with a beard, people. Come on, that's badass. So really like these two Colossus figures. And yeah, as you can see, this Age of Apocalypse one definitely has similar designs, but a lot bigger, bulkier, definitely more broad at the chest. I thought there may be some reuse in regards to the metal pieces here on the arms, but the lines here are so much more tighter and they're much more spaced apart when it comes to the sculpted detail. So yeah, this definitely is all new parts from what I can see. I thought there was maybe reuse on the hands, but these are definitely bigger than these. So these hands have been scaled up, it seems, if they are the same sculpt. But overall, clearly two different designs of a character that looks very similar. And yeah, this guy will find a spot on the shelf, undoubtedly, I am sure, as a centerpiece maybe of this Age of Apocalypse display, because I love characters that just look cool all posed up, and I think this one is going to be so easy to give a little bit of life on the shelf. So yeah, which is your favorite Colossus Marvel Legends figure? Let me know in the comments below, because it's not an easy question. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see how that bearded chrome head would look on this big chunky body. And it doesn't look terrible, doesn't look right, but it doesn't look terrible either. And it fits if you wanted to. It's weird. And this is a great comparison to give you a concept of size, because this Colossus is actually bigger than the Age of Apocalypse Deluxe figure. He's literally taller. Obviously the bandana will definitely make him taller, but still, this guy looks more intimidating than Apocalypse himself, which just shows you how impressive of a Build-A-Figure this guy is. So yeah, face to face, you can see Colossus is definitely the winner, but yeah, both nice figures. Here we have Colossus compared to a couple of figures from Wave 1 of this Age of Apocalypse series, and I should technically be showing you the Wave 1 Build-A-Figure, which was Sugarman, which is a very nice Build-A-Figure. He's the whole reason I got enticed into this Age of Apocalypse rabbit hole anyway, but he's right on the back of my display, and if I take him off, I'm going to knock about 30 figures over in the process. So instead, here we have X-Man, Weapon X, and Dark Beast. And before I bring in the rest of Wave 2, let's just give the happy couple a few moments to themselves as they're now reunited in figure form. It is, of course, Colossus with Shadowcat, aka Kitty Pryde, from this same Build-A-Figure wave. And yeah, these two go together perfectly, undoubtedly. They are a couple in Age of Apocalypse. I believe they go and start a school to train the next generation of the X-Men, as they don't want to fight, they don't want to be violent or something like that. But still, ask Rich M, he knows all the details about Shadowcat. It's his favourite character. Here we have Colossus compared to all of the figures in this Colossus Build-A-Figure wave, aka the Age of Apocalypse Wave 2. And I can't lie, this wave has impressed me. You all know, I say it all the time, these AOA character designs of these X-Men characters are not my mind's eye. It's not my favourite representations of these characters I love. However, I can appreciate an accurate, solid action figure when I see one, and all of these are spot on. Like, you cannot deny that these look like they've been ripped from the comic pages. And for a lot of people, the AOA storyline is their favourite storyline, their favourite versions of the X-Men. So if you are one of those people, you're going to be very happy with this wave. And if you've got wave 1 as well, then combined, you're going to make a very colourful section of your X-Men display that's definitely going to pop and stand out compared to the other versions, because as I said, they are very stylized, the colours pop, and yeah, I'm not mad I've brought it, I'm not going to lie. This wave constantly surprised me with all these figures, and I've got mine all set up nicely here because I am about to film my recap and rankings video for my channel members. So if you are interested in seeing me rank these figures from my favourite to least favourite, from 1 all the way down to 8, then hit that join button, become a channel member, and I'll do a recap and rankings video exclusively for my channel members, just to give me a little bit of extra content to ramble about these figures that we all collect. And not even I know where I'm going to rank these yet, like which is my favourite, which is my least favourite. Currently, I don't know. So that video will just be filmed in one shot, and I, as I said, make it up as I go along. But it's a bit of fun for my channel members. Hit that join button, come and join me, and you can let me know what your favourites are, because as I said, look, it's a solid wave. And last, but of course by no means least, here we have our Age of Apocalypse Colossus Builder-Figure compared with Captain Britain, which you can now pre-order, by the way. And of course, Worthy Hal Fire Hank. So, final thoughts, I do think this is a great representation of the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. Let's be honest, there's two ways they could have went. It's either Build-A-Figure or a deluxe, because whacking him in a single pack wouldn't have done the character justice. I do think we definitely benefit from having him as a Build-A-Figure, standing amongst the X-Men. He looks massive and imposing, just as he should, and the character design is spot on. Let's be honest, it looks like the character has jumped out the comic pages, and that's what we want with our action figures. So as I said, not my mind's eye version of Colossus, but I can still appreciate a good action figure that represents the source material when I see one. So you let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. And now, as this is the last figure that I'm reviewing in wave 2 of this Age of Apocalypse, what other figures are they missing? If there was going to be a wave 3, what other Age of Apocalypse character designs would you like to see in figure form? Let me know in the comments below, and I may even do it on a live stream very soon. But as always, people, you know what to do. If you like Marvel Legends, you like what I'm doing here, then please support the channel. And you can do that by hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. As always, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And as always, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.